Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's the Christian and Daniel Show.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian
and Daniel Show.
Bienvenidos.
Hola, Dora.
Hola, mi nombre es Dora.
We want to welcome everybody who's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, do us a favor. Scroll down, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. It'll let you know every time we have a new show. And we got stuff here all week long. Mondays, we have our horoscopes. Wednesdays, Christian and Daniel. On Fridays, the Cardivo. On Saturdays, put it together. Hey, Charlie, welcome to the show. First one of the night. How you doing, sir? And also, if you're watching any of the other channels, will you please share on your page so that other folks can watch along with you?
Whatever those other channels are.
Whatever those channels are. Nobody knows. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing good. It's been an interesting day. It's always crazy to be in my in-between work days because I'm not used to having like a couple days. Usually it's just a day and then I go back to work. And this time I have a couple days and then it's crazy. You know, everyone's back in school, so work is becoming fruitful.
Good.
I'm glad you're doing good, Charlie.
Good, Charlie.
Are you doing I eat? I never could say that right.
I was supposed to have a slow day and then people wanted to talk, so it just progressively got busier.
Yeah. What did you do earlier today?
Well, I actually stayed in bed till 10. I did stay in bed till 10.
That's really nice.
I woke up early, but I watched the news, played on my phone, and then I had my first appointment at 1, but people started texting like, hey, do you have time to talk today? Okay, can we get on a call? There's just all these opportunities coming up, and which is, knock on wood, thank God. But like now, my schedule is where I have to schedule appointments and then schedule flights. And I got my confirmation for Puerto Rico, so I'll be going to Puerto Rico in October.
Yeah, you have to send me the information
for the flight. I feel like I've officially done the run through most of the airlines. I've done.
Are you going to be American?
Part of it. So I've done Southwest, Delta, American, JetBlue, Alaska.
Southwest.
I said Southwest at the beginning.
Okay.
What's missing?
Well, thank God you haven't done Spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
You're never going to. If you didn't like JetBlue, you're not going to like Spirit.
I guess you guys are after Rick and Martin. Nah, well, no.
No.
Yeah.
And besides, I think he's not in Puerto Rico. He's here in LA.
Well, rumor has it, for those of you that have been following what I do, through the National Minority AIDS Council, I'm going to be presenting with them in Puerto Rico the training that I've been co-translating, language justice consultant position. But it's the United States Conference on HIV and AIDS that is being held in Puerto Rico this year. Rumor has it that Ricky Martin might be one of the speakers because they haven't released the agenda yet. So rumor has it that he might, because he used to do HIV awareness stuff. So I will let y'all know. If he does, I will have my phone and I will record it and I'll bring it back to the show. And this is in October, the 8th or the 9th, somewhere around there. Hey, Jesse, how is the heat treating us?
Oh, that's why my air conditioner's on.
Mine's not on, but I've had my big fan on, blowing towards the couch all day.
It's been, for me, it's the humidity. It's not the heat. I don't mind if it's 100+ degrees. I just don't want it to be humid, but it is like Florida level humidity.
It is.
Ziggy, what's the humidity?
Right now, The humidity is 69%.
69% humidity. That's Florida level humidity.
What is it about Spirit Islands that people don't like? I think they suck. Huh?
They're yellow and black, horrible colors. Hello. They're super uncomfortable. They have the smallest seats, the smallest leg room, and they charge you the smallest fare, of course, but you don't get any service for anything. They practically trip you on the way in. Oh, sorry, sir. That's a complimentary trip.
Okay, so I'm looking up right now as you're talking.
You don't have AC in your car? Oh, you're one of those crazy people I see driving with the windows down, but I'm like, oh my God.
Gabe was laughing at us at 69. What is the humidity where you are, Gabe?
Oh, I'm sure it's moist.
Oh my God.
Wherever he's at, it's moist.
Moist. It's moist.
It's moist.
And
It's really moist here.
We just channeled Ross. He'll log in a minute now. The major complaints with Spirit.
And Jesse, what type of car is it? Is it another Integra? I know that's your favorite. Yes, Gabe.
I got your car. Will you wait till I post the comments so you can read them? We'll roll down the windows, Gabe.
Roll down the windows, Gabe, on your motorcycle. Hello.
Okay, so I found something that says the major complaint with Spirit is that they charge for everything atop of their ticket prices. Most folks do not bother to check into those prices and are then surprised that they are charged for baggage, carry-ons, water, food, beverages. Oh my God. But isn't there the flight attendants are just horrible too?
Yeah, they are. I've seen TikToks of the people recording them when they come on board. They're like, whatever, like, welcome aboard. Don't fall on your way in, and they like trip you. Oh, I like the Honda del Sol. So those are cute little cars. They have a T-top, Daniel, that comes off, so it's like a little mini convertible during the summer.
Nice.
Unless you don't want to be in direct sunlight, then you put top back on. But it's like one solid piece, and it has a storage thing in the trunk.
Oh, we've released the moist.
It's moist. It's so moist.
50% here, but I've been working outside the last week and a half, and it's been 100. Ew.
See, that's pretty nasty. And then it's like been pouring rain apparently in other parts of the country. So sky waitresses, if you call them that, I'm sure that's one reason why they might have a little.
2-seaters for no kids allowed. Well, now it's a 1-seater.
Oh, okay, it is my car.
It's a great way to not give rides.
Yeah, only I get to enjoy this car.
Well, I've been. JetBlue was not as bad as I expected them to be,
but they weren't good.
But here, for anybody who's watching, if you're part of JetBlue, this is not a complete criticism. This is a step it up suggestion. The gates were just dirty. There was like empty cups and food, like it was nasty. And I was like,
I want to say that's more the caliber of their flyers. People who fly JetBlue. It's not a JetBlue.
No. I'm not on the but I mean,
class.
There's nobody there to clean up or pick up. I mean,
and then I think that's supposed to be the airport who comes around and cleans up. Maybe they maybe they made enemies of the cleaning staff. Because at United, I see the airport staff at United changing those garbage can liners every 25 minutes. You know, like when we've been in United Terminal, it's like the Queen is coming. Like they keep it so clean. And the same with American, and the same with Southwest. Southwest is actually, for being Southwest, their terminals really nice.
I like Southwest. I mean,
do too. But I'm just saying, they're not a high-cost airline, and they're not cheap anymore either. But they're not a high-cost airline like United is top price. I would expect top price.
I mean, Southwest sucks. Southwest sucks if you get like last group, because then and the flight is full and you're just at the mercy of whatever seat you get.
You're sitting in the middle seat that doesn't recline in the very back, right next to the toilet. And the toilet's gonna break or clog while you're on the flight.
British Airlines. I don't think I've flown British. I've had no need to fly British.
Yeah, I haven't flown British Airways, even though I've been to Europe. I flew Lufthansa and I love Lufthansa. And Lufthansa first class international, it was incredible. People thought I was a celebrity. Apparently, I used to look like, in the 90s, there's a popular talk show host in Germany, and I apparently was his doppelganger.
Oh,
And so when I got off the plane in first class, and there I had a stewardess escort me on in Frankfurt and in San Francisco. I had a stewardess escorting me off, and they were taking me directly to the first class lounge where I could take a shower and freshen up before I left the airport, or the other way around when I was leaving Germany. And these women were asking for my autograph. There were people like just staring at me like really like they look at celebrities, and I'm like, what's going on? And one of the flight attendants said, you look a lot like a celebrity show host here. And so I love Lufthansa, and I love Germany. I love Germans. I love Lufthansa. It was amazing. And I love that they don't read the safety thing to you. They leave that up to you. All they say is, please observe the safety pamphlet in the seat in front of you. And that's it. I was like, oh my God, you're not going to spoon feed me what I can read on my own? Thank you for treating me like an adult.
now I'm curious who this person is.
Yeah, it was from the 90s. So, that was a long time ago. I don't know if he's around anymore. But apparently I was like his doppelganger because people wanted my autograph. So I'm just signing Christian Ramirez. They look at it later. They're all, das ist was? I'm like,
Oh, German or British?
German.
German. Okay, I'm going to look up.
It was on a German talk show, and apparently he was just really popular at the time. I do. I love that you took the seat out, Jesus. British Airways, I have heard they are amazing. I really want the experience on an A380. I would have liked to have had the chance to fly an A380, but COVID robbed me of that. Because I think the only people flying A380s now is Emirates Airlines. And now, what I would like to experience with Emirates is I'd love to take a first class flight, like fly to Dubai from LAX to Dubai on an A380. Emirates, it's like an apartment.
Well, I can't find anything, so we're gonna.
Yeah, like I said, it was a long time ago, and I never found who it was. They never told me the name.
Hello, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for being here. He looks like Christian because he's one of a kind.
Mm-hmm. If I could be collecting his paychecks all these years, I wouldn't have.
He must want something. Jared, ¿cómo estás? Saludos, Puerto Rico. ¿Cómo estás?
Jared. Hola, mi nombre es Dora.
I haven't mentioned today, we have a couple of really cool National Today days. Today is National, I know why I found this interesting, National Knife Day.
So knife someone today?
Yeah, so have you killed anybody today?
Have you killed anybody?
Today is National Waffle Day.
Oh. I was watching the show Severance, and they have a reward that says waffle party. It's hilarious. Anyway, Waffle Day.
It's also National Strange Music Day, which I found interesting.
Oh.
You want to go to Hawaii? I might go to Hawaii thanks to my job. How dare you?
I heard that.
But Dubai.
I heard that, Jesse, and I said you need to pack your wife in one of those containers.
Wait, no, that's how death shows start. That's how Snapped begins.
No, I mean, she's not gonna die. The container just make sure she has oxygen in a little bucket.
He went on a business trip, took a crate, and we never saw his wife again.
I don't mean it that way. See, that's what happens when you watch all these murder by number shows. All you think about your crazy head, it goes every time someone's saying, "Oh, he's trying to kill you." It's gonna be a death. It's gonna be a murder.
I'm taking this car to the junkyard. Of course you are. Where's your wife?
And besides, Jesse got some chill in. He don't want to be taking all those kids alone. I want to kill my wife till all the kids are grown out of the house. Then I need to think about what I want to do next. Next steps after the kids are gone.
I flew to Germany a few years ago on British Airways while they were serving lunch. A very sexy male steward brushed his bust against my arm, and I thought to myself, that's as close as I'll get to joining the very club in the airplanes. Well, I feel like that's a mile-long story.
I think it's like, oh, excuse me, sir, for bumping
Emery,
into.
How you doing?
Hi, Emery.
And Emery messaged me last week to say, like, where were we? Like, where were you? I was in Miami, so we didn't have a show last week. So, but thank you for checking in on us. We appreciate it.
But yeah, I could just see that the subtleness of gay flight attendants.
Oh
Oh
my!
my God,
Oh
sir! I'm
my.
so sorry. The aisles are so narrow on this plane. I
Seriously.
barely could make through without hitting you with my.
My warm nuts, my
delicious-
friend, are those warm nuts in your pockets, sir?
Would you like another set of warm nuts?
Yeah, these kids are something else. I don't know how Laura does it. She deserves a medal.
I agree. Every mother on the planet, even with one kid,
Probably.
deserves a gold medal. Because yeah,
Wow.
I did the parenting thing for a bit with my goddaughter, and I even had help. And I was like, "Whoa."
Would you like me to warm your nuts, sir?
There you go.
Why, yes. Why, yes, I would. Thank you.
Do you mind me handling your nuts before I put them down?
Oh,
I'd be a terrible flight attendant. I'd just be like,
this flight
"Oh."
has gone off course completely.
"Oh,
Today,
I'm gonna lose my job after this flight."
I want to leave this one for the end. Today is Danny Day.
Oh. It's all nuts, yes, please.
I'm nuts, chill nuts, all nuts, yes, please. Coffee, drink, nuts. Hey, Alex, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Alex.
We were just discussing airlines. For those of you just joining, we're talking about airlines. We're talking about the different days today.
Sir,
yeah,
we run out of all our entrees except the wiener. Would
It's
you like a
National
wiener,
Waffle
sir?
Day, National Waffle Day, National Knife Day, National Strange Music Day, which is the question for you guys. What is the strangest music you listen to? And then it's Danny Day. So any Dannies in your life, make sure you get to them and say, Happy Danny Day. Oh,
Daniel?
Danny boy.
Happy Danny Day, even though
Thank
no one
you.
calls you Danny except
Thank
for your
you.
sister.
What would I like, you ask? I want some warm nuts. Thank you, sir.
How about a nice savory wiener? We don't have our other selections available, sir. We only have wieners. We only have a wiener for you.
And with the audience that we have,
Tonight it's okay.
we can either encourage or discourage you to play on the moist nuts. But
You know, it's so funny. Like 20 years ago, moist it wasn't negative, but now I even hear people say like there'll be like a commercial for Duncan Hines moist pudding cake or whatever, and I'm like, ew, moist cake. Even though that's really good, you want your cake to be moist. But I always hear that voice, moist. It's very moist. So gross.
so, because I don't find that word so off-putting. So for those of you watching, I guess the two questions says, what's the strangest music you've ever listened to? And what is the one word that makes you cringe? Is there a word that you hear that just like cringes you? So Christian says moist. Okay. When I hear people say trigger,
Oh, okay.
when people say, oh, that trigger. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Stop it. It does not.
Oh my God.
Me either a moist.
I almost choked to death. I saw that. Ever, you kill me. You kill me. No matter, you know what? And that applies universally across the board. It can be anything.
And for the win.
And for the win.
For the win. Like, you know, one thing I can count on when Emery joins the show is that he's going to take us there. He will single-handedly in one phrase take us there. But
So
yeah,
So a word that triggers you is trigger.
it's triggered. Yes, whenever
Or
I
do
hear
you mean like
it,
when someone says like, well, that triggered me, or that's triggering me?
most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's not. It's just like, and then you ask them like, well, did that ever happen to you? No.
No. How can you be triggered by something you've ever experienced? You know what, though? I think people have learned to use the word trigger as an excuse to just not do something. it's become, it doesn't really mean what it means anymore. It just is an excuse. It's just a way to say, as long as no one asks them to explain it, then they get away with it. They're like, oh yeah, well, it triggers me, so we can't do that.
It's the same as did it smooth? No.
Huh?
It's the same thing as when people are talk about I'm keeping it real.
I think that got replaced with I'm totally woke. That's when you have to put your hands up.
No, that word is actually part of the training. It's one of the slides in the training that I just did in Miami. For those of you, so there's a training, but there's a part of the training that talks about: are you woke, or are you just conscious or awake? I hate those woke.
Yes, Jesse, it's so ridiculous.
And
say what you mean.
To clarify, I don't hate the people.
No, the people are fine.
It triggers me when they don't
want to laugh. We call that the Gen X lash out. The Gen X lashing out. Please.
It's when they don't use it properly. It's when they don't use it properly. No, I'm asleep. That would be my answer. Yeah,
I'm not woke. I'm totally asleep.
Not woke. I'm asleep. I'm sleepwalking. Because it's like I'm when you like if you talk about to other guys about pregnancy, like, oh, that triggers me. Why? Because you remember coming out of the canal. Like, what happened? Like why are you triggered by? You know what I mean? Anyway.
Well, yeah. And some people, there are, as much as this breaks my heart to say, there are men of alternative sexual preferences that are really like anything about the women's body parts they get like grossed out by, even though it's like you should be very grateful for those powerful parts because we wouldn't exist if it weren't
your first home was
people willing to go
part.
through it. So
your first home was a female part. So hello.
Exactly. The natural form of all of us was female to begin with.
But when Michael
got mutated by testosterone, the phrase "I'm totally woke," and they're your generation.
Particularly if I'm talking about Latino issues and somebody non-Latino,
I'm totally triggered.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm totally woke by that. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just because you had tacos at Taco Bell does not make you Latino.
And what you just said is very triggering to me.
But you are part Latino.
No, I'm just saying that would be, if you really want to get under your skin, that's what you say.
Nicely done. Hey, Sean, how you doing, sir? Need to go back
Sean.
on. We need to do another interview with Sean. He was on my show several years ago. Very smart, intelligent guy. Sean, we need to talk about doing another.
Daniel, he looks totally fire.
He's on fire. He's on fire. Caliente.
I see kids saying that all the time. They're like, oh, that's totally fire. I'm like, no, they're not burning to death yet.
Or as my people would say, bien caliente. Estás en fuego.
I bet you are, Michael. Estoy fuego.
I always tell her that I say, I like her.
Oh, that's really easy to understand.
There's a lot of codes there, folks. There's a lot of codes there. We're going to move on to that from that one. For just
I love it. I love it. Thank you for saying that.
That works.
Sweet. There you go. And that's what you do. You actually, never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
You're Latino and eat tacos. It does make them. No, Charlie. No. Do not encourage that. No. A good okay, so I have to confess, up to the last time when it really hurt my stomach, I have not eaten Taco Bell probably like a year. Probably like a year.
But he's eaten Whataburger in a year.
How dare you? Whataburger is Tex-Mex? Latin? Anyway.
No,
oh my. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Emery. Oh my.
Oh my.
Dealing with woke people at work. Oh. Well, in the work that I do, sometimes there's some like crossover. People just, I feel like just because you've heard it and you've talked about it does not necessarily make you an ally or woke. You know what I mean? Just because you've seen Tu Wong Fu and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, does not make you an LGBTQ ally. Like that is not how that works. Like there's more than
just because you let your wife have her gay friend does not make you an ally. It does not make you woke.
Your her best friend gay friend. Oh my god. I remember, just sideways on that, I remember having a lot of like female friends growing up, and their husbands would not believe that I was gay. And I would be like, what do I have to do to prove?
Okay, what rock were they living under?
I know, yeah, because I was a lot more flamboyant in my 20s than I am now.
Oh,
The
I
only thing
agree.
that Taco Bell are those cinnamon twists. But you have to eat them hot.
You do. If they cool down, they're nasty.
Those cinnamon twists at Taco Bell, if you eat them cold, they're not good. Hey, Colin,
I love it, Cullen.
the strong ally of
Of
eating.
eating
Oh, you're a strong ally of eating Taco Bell.
Taco Bell needs its
Oh,
allies.
Okay, I'm gonna cut Cullen some slack because Cullen is actually in Hawaii, so I'm sure that the easiness of getting really good, because we didn't get. Okay, remember when we were there? and
Okay, we were on the wrong the island from Hades, the wrong island for any type of real Hawaiian experience, in my opinion.
we were there.
What did we have? Round Table Pizza, an Italian restaurant, and like nothing Hawaiian around except for huli huli chicken, which we never got to stop and get.
And then remember, we saw a taco truck.
And then we ended up at a Mexican, a guy from California.
And we thought the guy was from California.
Yeah.
But
And
he
he was
didn't have
Latino.
tacos, he had nachos. I remember eating nachos and shaved ice. So
It was so funny.
we said that one.
But yeah, Daniel and I went to Maui, and I told him next time we're going to Oahu.
Oh my god. I'm gonna assume that's pick me, not.
Oh my god, the show today is something else.
What's more Mexican, Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Taco Bell over Del Taco.
No, I like Del Taco better.
It doesn't. It's all about liking it. It's which is more Mexican. I'd say
More
if you're gonna say more
They
Mexican.
have the bean and cheese flour tortillas. A flour tortilla is way more Mexican than a hard shell taco.
I know, but they have those. They have bean and cheese burritos. At
Yeah, but they're
Taco
not
Bell.
the same. There's zero good Mexican in Hawaii. I've taken a Santee Alley street dog over the Mexican here. Oh,
Oh,
ooh, and we're both like, ooh.
I'm like, oh my.
Were the nachos good? No,
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 They were not.
good. They were not good. They were not good. But
the
the guy
dessert,
was,
the shaved ice was delicious.
yeah, but the guy was really happy to hear that we were from Southern California
Well, and then he and Daniel start talking in Spanish, and the guy really loved that.
because he
And
was from
probably
like
gets none of that on the island.
he was from Riverside or somewhere out there.
Riverside.
He was really excited to hear Mexicans talk. So most of my female friends, boyfriends, either
Oh, there you go. I get it.
again they were pucking you or begged you for. Oh, that's what it was. Got you. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
Well,
exactly.
it's,
That was your experience, Daniel.
I was young and flirty.
That was not my experience, but
Please come to Oahu. I'll take you around and shake my.
Oahu.
We're
Oh, I
gonna-
would love that.
We need another trip
Oh, and that
to
will be so much fun.
Hawaii.
Like that's where we're going. The next time we go to Hawaii, we are going to Oahu. We're going to be in Honolulu. We're going to explore Waikiki, drive around to the north side, drive around to the windward side. We're going to do the more typical Hawaiian experience so Daniel can finally get a real Hawaiian trip.
For those of you, Christian and I are more travelers than vacationers. Like,
Yeah.
We're not good at sitting.
Like, don't bring us somewhere and say, you have all day to sit on the beach and drink, or you could do this, sit by the pool and drink. We hate that. It's not us. We particularly don't want to be sitting in sand.
I don't drink, and Christian really doesn't drink.
Mm-mm.
But we like doing tours and experimenting.
And that's what I was saying.
I would like to go to Hawaii and do like a cooking class.
Like authentic Hawaiian cooking?
Do some authentic Hawaiian stuff. Yeah. The island was this island.
Oahu, I think.
We were in.
We went to Maui.
Maui.
That was not.
And then the resort was beautiful, but
I'd rather see it from the air and be flying to Honolulu.
The resort was beautiful, except all there was, and the luau was really good. I liked the luau. That was pretty good.
And I agree. You know, the reason I want to do Waikiki with Daniel is because he's never experienced it.
Jerk.
I
can actually make some pretty good.
Daniel's a good cook. He actually is a very good cook. Colin, what we do is when we come there, he'll have to force him to make us a meal.
Well, Jared, I'll see you in Puerto Rico. I'll be in Puerto Rico in October, and then hopefully in November again. So I will be there.
But I won't be there because Daniel can't bring his partner with him to work.
This is a good opportunity since we're going to break this down. It's for everybody watching. This is the Christian and Daniel Show. Thank you for joining us. Keep bringing those comments up. We're going to show you our TikTok pick of the week.
I don't.
Let the record show.
You gotta play it again. One more time.
Let the record show that Christian picked this one.
Look at that hair. Look at those hair.
I don't.
Not only think that when she barely cut her breath. Oh, girl, you lost your wig. I know what that's like. That is not good.
It's horrible. Christian picked that video. I do not like surprises like that. I am not one to play jokes. Not the one. Funny. But yes, we would definitely cook for you if we came to visit you. Definitely.
Yes, Daniel will definitely cook for you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll admit I was not expecting the chongos in the back.
I love that.
The Pippi Longstocking. It was the Pippi Longstocking chongos that got me.
Yes, Emery. She got hit. It was so good.
We will definitely I will definitely go on vacation.
We'll try and figure out how I could get there. Because I've never been to Puerto Rico. I was supposed to go many years ago, but it never worked out, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah,
that's too bad.
Yeah.
No, Hawaii is honestly when you experience Oahu, it's neat. No, is that the authentic Hawaiian culture? Absolutely not. But that's the point. I want Daniel to experience the touristy crazy stuff. And yes, going around to the North Shore is so important because you get to see the Honu, and just the beautiful waves that come in. That's where the best surfing is in North Shore.
I want to know is the Caesar salad, is the Caesar dressing homemade? That is my question for Charlie.
Is the chicken homemade?
The chicken.
Your wife goes, your significant other goes, go pick a chicken. We're having chicken Caesar tonight. Oh, guys, my mom, God rest her soul. She was born in 1921 on a farm in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, just outside of Casper. And she told me about these interesting dinner experiences, like going out and choosing the main course. Go out and choose the pig, go out and choose the chicken, go out and choose,
Oh my God. I feel like Emery is just waiting for the cue words to pop
up. Absolutely. I love it.
Right? Chicken? Did someone say chicken?
No. Oh my goodness.
My mom made me kill a chicken.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've told Christian about this. So when I was little, we lived in Dallas, and my grandfather lived in a ranch outside of Monterrey, and we were there for a baptism or something, and we were there early. My grandfather decided, I don't want to go. He was my grandfather. My grandfather decided to play this game where we would all catch a chicken. So he sent all the little kids to catch chickens. And I didn't know. I thought it was fun. We were just catching the chickens. So I think I was the first one to catch the chicken, so I brought it to my grandfather, and I was all excited. Like, what? Like, am I getting a peso for this, or like what's going on?
No, you're getting comida for this.
Boom, and then the body just runs, and it was the first time I realized where chickens actually came from. My little mind could not put together that the packages at the store were actual chickens at one point. And then they made mole for dinner, which is one of my favorite things. And I remember not eating it. And I think I went back to Dallas and didn't eat chicken for a while. I'm like, that's like, I killed that chicken. Like, that's the chicken I killed. So it was very horrifying.
That's why they have that. What is that phrase? Run around like a chicken without its head.
Yes. Well, if you're gonna talk chicken, could I come on? Oh, let's all. You have Miles? Well, I don't know.
I know. I don't have a problem with it. It's Puerto Rico.
There was no follow-up to that laugh.
One of my least favorite people are from Puerto Rico.
People laugh in my brain, and it's just oh shit, now I want to order a chicken.
Oh, he eats chicken now, like no problem. He thought, oh, the bone. He could do the chicken wings where you see that person like put it in their mouth and it comes out just the skeleton.
I do eat chicken now. But it took a while for me to trust chicken. Like, I didn't trust chicken. Honestly,
what he did when we first met was he'd look at the plate with the chicken on it and he'd like poke it, like waiting for it to start running around. It was hilarious.
You ate your bunny rabbit?
Good. That's what they're for. They are prey animals.
Oh my
That is what prey animals are for, Daniel.
Eat ass nuts.
Damn murderers. Oh my God, it's like a Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken.
Except for his what? Oh, skin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this show has turned today.
I love it.
Oh my God, what happened to the warm nuts we were talking at the beginning? They sounded so much more innocent now. Human or bird, I'm eating it. Oh my!
Now, I've never had human. If someone had served it to you, I don't know if you'd know it if they cook it right.
Back when
Flesh is flesh.
back in the 70s in Texas, Dairy Queen served horse meat in their burgers. And
You what?
they served horse meat in their burgers.
Who?
Dairy Queen in Texas.
Oh.
And everybody thought it was a lie. Everybody thought it was just, but then it came out on the news that they had been using horse meat for their horses.
No.
So
It's meat. You ain't paying much.
yes, I will see you. Cullen and I are part of the Gay Men of Color Fellowship, NMAC.
Okay.
So we work together. So
But
yes,
thank you, Colin, and thank you for the invitation. Oahu will be our next destination in that regard.
Cullen works in advocacy also in HIV advocacy in Hawaii. One of the most creative people, smartest people that I know. Such good work. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a couple of the posts. The last one that was featured there with the people in white shirts, that came from Collins. In fact, Collins in the picture. But he's an amazing advocate. I'm so honored to work with him. So I just want to put that out there. So, yeah.
Another word that I know bugs Daniel to no end is see you next Tuesday. His skin crawls. The word doesn't bug me one bit. I could scream it, yell it all day long. It doesn't have any effect on me.
I know. Where did Gabe go?
He married now. He got commitments. He got stuff to handle.
He got chowder.
He got chowder. That's my
yes. But we do appreciate everybody. These last couple of months have been some of the most active on our shows, and we appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch and comment and make us laugh and make everybody else laugh. So thank you for that. Continue to do that. Because now we have on Fridays, I'm not going to announce it yet, but we have Wayne on the show, on the Cardivo show. So
Is he there? He's not there every Friday, is he?
no, we weren't here last Friday because I was in Miami, but we might be doing it again this Friday. So I need to check with him. But that was a pretty good show.
Yes, Jesse. Thank you again.
Oh, I wasn't going to
Real
say
honor.
anything. But
Yay.
can we say something? I want to make sure that he's okay. Can we say something, Jesse? Just let us know if we can say something.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? Welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight? Just to catch everybody up, we've been talking about warm nuts, moist areas, dead chicken,
Words we hate
words we hate.
that make our skin crawl.
Yeah, of course you guys get. I'm happy for it. Okay. Yes. So please, what is we're asking about one word that makes you cringe?
Yeah, what word makes you cringe?
Yes. So we had the honor. We were so excited that Jesus, who you just saw, and his wife Laura, who have been friends of ours for several years,
Quite a few years.
Huh?
Quite a few years. She was still in high school when we met her.
That's right. We were at her graduation.
Yeah.
We were at her graduation. Junior, the baby, they've asked us to be the godparents.
Co-godparents of the little Junior.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah, so we'll be meeting with them after I come back from DC. And
I think sometime in March.
Yeah, but we'll be
March
seeing
of next year, not this year.
We're going to see them when I get back from DC to discuss. But yes, we're so honored and we're so happy to be.
It is one of the most amazing things, and yeah, we were so taken aback and so grateful for it. Yes, moist.
Yes,
Moist.
we covered the moist part. Congratulations! Thank you, we appreciate it.
So it says it's moist. It's moist here in Hawaii, and I'm all. Ew.
Thank you. We're so happy. We're so excited.
We are. It is like we both broke up. We both kind of cried a little bit. That's what I meant. We broke up. As soon as we heard it, we broke up. We're like,
no,
sharing this commitment.
No. Before
No.
asking too much of us, let's just call this.
We're done. We're done.
We'll keep the show. We'll keep the show, but we'll break up on everything. My step grandma name makes.
Oh, it's Bruno?
My step grandma's name.
His step grandmother's name makes him cringe. She is like Bruno.
Oh, we don't talk about her. Oh, got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't like the movie much, so you're good.
Yeah, Daniel can't stand the movie. I think the guy's hilarious.
Butch Granny, then hey.
Hey, what do gay horses eat? Hey. It's just like, yes.
Okay, we're not going to get into it, but we talked about this before. We like the movie.
The movie was great.
We don't like the music.
I think that would have been a great movie without the score.
Yes, we you don't know what word makes you cringe? You'll know.
Yeah, when someone says it, it'll trigger you. You'll be triggered.
Did you see that one? I'm trying to do, but that's Junior's favorite movie. But see, that's why you have us now.
Yes.
To teach him the way of taste.
And to have a discerning movie palette. at not even one. No, Junior. No. Encanto. It's one of the newer films, and it was scored by, what's the guy's name? The guy who did Hamilton. I'm not a fan. All his stuff to me sounds the same.
What's his name? Lin-Manuel something?
Lin-Manuel something.
Well, we're talking about Encanto. Christian and I watched it together. But we want to make sure we underline this.
Yeah, the movie.
We like the story. We like
the movie is good. We just don't like the score.
But we didn't like the score.
I love anime.
Yeah, Christian likes anime. I like old anime.
Yeah.
The same guys that make Coco.
Oh, no.
I like Coco.
This Lin-Manuel guy. wrote the Coco was really excellent.
Coco was really good. In fact, some of the Coco music is on my playlist that I listen to.
Yeah, I love Coco, and I think it might have been maybe directed or produced by the same people, but I just can't stand Lin-Manuel's music. Just it all sounds the same. Every single play, all the music sounds the same to me. I just can't get into it. I'm not a fan.
I'm not, and I've never really been a fan of his. I started to watch The Heights, and I think I watched like 10. I was on a plane. Well, maybe I'm gonna give it. I watched it on a plane. I watched The Heights on a plane, but I will. I'll watch it. Anime. Isn't Dragon Ball Z anime considered anime?
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the original anime.
I used to watch anime stuff back in the 80s, late 80s, when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I like all that old one, not the new. I don't know the newer ones. Anime is a must hear. Junior can now fit into an anime set. I got.
Oh.
Well, what I heard right there is we have to get tickets to Comic-Con. That's what I heard. What I heard. Pokemon. I like Pokemon.
I would love to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but you got to buy those tickets like a year or almost a year and a half in advance. Voltron is anime too. It's all considered anime, yeah. Pokemon, Voltron.
Oh, you were just across the state of Miami, and I couldn't make it over. Come to the West Coast, Tampa. Oh, I don't know if we have another training coming up, but if I get, I was in Miami, and everybody that I know lived north, so everybody was like at least 2 hours away, so I couldn't visit with anybody because I was there for 5 days, 5 days. So, anyway, you ready?
Oh, sure. My pick of the week for a show I've been watching is, and I'm binging it. I think I'm on up to its last episode. It's a show called Miss S. It is a Chinese take on the Mrs. Fisher's Murder Mysteries series, which is a British show. It is fantastic. It's so well done. And the Chinese, it's based in like Shanghai 1930s, like 1930s, 1940s. So it has this grace, and the costuming is amazing. And it's so rich and lush visually and then the show has a wonderful script because it's this, Shanghai socialite solving crime and working with a super handsome, very, very, there's very, very, very handsome chief inspector. And the mysteries are fantastic. They're all campy, and it's really campy. That's what makes it super entertaining to me. So it's Miss S on HBO Max, which will soon become Discovery Plus.
Cool. So my pick of the week, I watched this movie actually on the plane flight about a month ago or so, but it's Dog with Channing Tatum, which I thought was going to be okay. I'll be honest. On the plane, I usually watch movies that I don't want to watch at home because that way if I fall asleep, I don't care. But I was surprised that the movie was actually very well written. It was very cute. Channing Tatum is funny, and he can be very serious in parts, and it's very emotional. The dog is freaking hilarious. But the whole story is really cool. So it's definitely a grab some popcorn and some tissue movie. But if you have not seen Dog with Channing Tatum, definitely check it out. It is a beautiful movie. And I think you can find it on Netflix right now. I think
so.
So.
Sorry, folks, I had to refill my water real quick while Daniel was talking about Dog.
Oh, you get to work inside?
Like when
I'm not doing much promos anymore,
but you worked inside Comic-Con a couple times. You worked at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. I did Cosmos.
And then you did Samsung was Cosmos.
Cosmos, and then I did
a video game or like Fairy Tale something.
Living Dead.
Yeah. And then you did something with t-shirts. You got some really cool t-shirts. You got one that says like fantasy or forest or something like that. I just remember the shirts.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That was like a third time.
But my two favorites were I did not It wasn't when Walking Dead came out. It was the spin-off show.
Okay, I don't know the shows very well.
There was another show, but I still have the T-shirts from those though. So.
Oh, Final Fantasy. Oh my lord.
Oh, good night, Jared.
Good night, Jared. Thank you, and it was nice to meet you too.
Oh, congratulations on that, and good luck. I want to have you on my show, so let's stay connected so I can interview you. But Jared does amazing advocacy work out there too. So, Pokemon was the first anime I watched. Then Cowboy Bebop.
I love Cowboy Bebop. I didn't like the live action, but
I like Pokemon.
Studio Ghibli is good too.
Final Fantasy.
I loved Final Fantasy, the anime. That was really good.
Okay. What else was I talking about? Oh, I was going to mention for anybody who's been to Laguna Beach, if you remember White House restaurant.
We have so many memories there.
It shut down last year?
Right with COVID, yeah.
Yeah, last year. Like all of a sudden it was open and all of a sudden it just...
I think, didn't we walk over there to get breakfast and it was just gone? It was just boarded up.
I know, I mean, I can't remember if you were with me, but I know I was there the day before they closed because I remember talking to the bartender, the waiter, the server, which I can't remember his name now.
Such as an M. Was it Marcos or
something like that? And
Marcos.
I was talking to the server, and there was this busboy that worked there for years. And I was there the day before talking to them, and then all of a sudden the next day it was like,
and they didn't say anything. That's what's crazy. It was just gone.
And then now they're turning it down, and it's becoming. Apparently, this is a chain. It's called Craft House.
Actually, I'm familiar with it. Now that you say it, when you say it's a chain, I'm like, oh, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. They have several locations. So anyway, for those of you that know it, it's going to become a craft house. There's a big...
So it's going to be bougie.
Yeah, there's a big thing going on around here because people are like, some people want it, but it's been torn down, so it's not like they can do anything else with it.
Yeah, and Craft House is it's the meat grinder. It's just a company. It's a big company. You know what? There's some anime. She might like the cuter anime, like the cutesy stuff, which I don't like. Like Royal Book High School Club, and it's about all these girls in junior high or high school having a good time. There's all types of anime.
I watch if I'm with Christians and he has it on, I'll watch too, but I don't follow them. Comadre, how you doing? This is another one of our comadres.
Oh, it's such a good picture.
Emery, you read my mind. I have been shy about asking, but I definitely, because I met Allison Argram at the gala. So I mentioned to her that I wanted her to talk about her story and her husband's with HIV and prevention. So if we can make that happen, I would love that. I would love that. I've just been shy about emailing or asking, but I do. Watson's in Orange closed down too. I've never been
not familiar with it, but I'm sure it was probably similar, like family, like didn't feel like a big conglomerate.
Oh, the Crab House is taking over. Huh.
What? That's going to be a huge Crab House. I love Crab House. Daniel and I love Crab House. You don't have to ask us twice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for making that connection. Yes, we did talk about it a little bit at dinner, asking them if they would be, but we were at dinner. But I want to personally thank her. For those of you that don't know, Allison played Nellie Olson on Little House on the Prairie. And at the gala, I put together a gift bag in the name of the Client Advisory Committee and gave her a copy of my book. Well, she told me at the gala, I'm going to read your book on my show. And I was like, okay, cool. But it's Hollywood. And you're like, a lot of people say a lot of things. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I get a message from Emery saying, hey, we read your book. And that day I was working and I couldn't get online. But I went back and found the video, which is on my pages. She read Grumpy Bunny. For those of you that don't know about the book, here's Grumpy Bunny in the color thing. So she read Grumpy Bunny on her show, and apparently a lot of people liked it. And so I want to personally thank her for that. So that it was a 50
Yeah,
cent
I love
diner.
those 50 styles diners. I hate seeing that they're
Oh,
all disappearing.
was it kind of like Norm's
Or Mel's.
Mel's? Oh, I would love to be on a show with her. Yes, I I love because she was the evil one on Little House on the Prairie, and now that I've met her in person, like I totally dig her energy. If you guys are not following her on her daily reads, you should. She's her energy is just awesome, awesome. So yes,
And lately I've been seeing a lot of the Nellie Olson clips on TikTok when she was being really mean. Like when I watched Little House on the Prairie when I was a little kid, it never hit me that I knew she was like supposed to be the spoiled brat, but I was a spoiled brat, so it looked normal to me. And I never saw it as negative.
you're like, go girl.
And then later on, I realized, like now I look at it, I'm like, ooh, she was a bad kid. And I think that must have been so fun in some ways to play because you just get that evil out of your system. You can just be rotten in your character. You're like, how mean can I be today? And that's it.
I dug her. How mean she was, but then I wanted to be Laura Ingalls and like say something to her. But then
Something bitchy back.
yes, I wanted Laura Ingalls to be like a little bitch and be like, listen here, girl.
But she did do that. There's a lot of times when Laura Ingalls responded to her in a fairly bitchy way. But as a children, you don't see it. But as an adult, you're like, mm-hmm.
But
That's right, Laura, you tell her.
My autograph on your book. Yes, I love autographing the books. I love autographing the books. And yes, thank you. We'll chat privately later. But anyway, she's so cool. If you're not following her, please follow her. She reads books. She reads chapters live, and she's awesome. But I'm so grateful that she took the time to read Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game on her show, and I cried when I.
Oh, he did.
It was so cool. He has like bitch slap.
Yeah, you like.
Yeah,
he came very close. Like the little TikTok I saw, the way Laura talked to her, it was like she was one step from slapping her.
But I also want to like highlight that from what I know about her, and she was honored at the Radiant Health Center's gala. Her and her husband have done a lot of work in the HIV advocacy community, and I really want to talk to her about that because obviously that's the connection. But yes, please. Anyway, we'll talk. We're almost out of time, but I want to remind everybody about what we do here all week. Catch us on Wednesdays here for Christian and Daniel Show. On Fridays, the Card Devo, which I need to change that because we are having we're not doing Zodiacs again, really, but it is Zodiacs, which was the original name of the show, with Richard Wayne Kilgo II, who is my co-host. And then on Saturdays, we have put it together at noon. I don't have my guest confirmed for this Saturday yet, so there may not be a show this Saturday, but who knows? We might have a surprise. Check us out at LittleMaxAirProductions.com. If you want to hashtag us for anything, hashtag Little Max Air Productions Inc. Make sure you check us out. And then here it is. Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Games in English and Spanish. They're $20 each. You can get them. You can pay for them on Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. And whatever channel you're watching, just send me a message with information, and I will make sure I get those to you. If you're in Culver City, they're in the little libraries, probably.
We have one more to place up the street. But thank you, Emery.
Did I get my book signed to Michael Waterberger?
It's just okay, Dan. Yes, you can, Michael. He will sign it like that for $5.
It's $30 for the book.
And good night, Emery. Thank you. You bring so much wonderful.
Good night. We're so yes.
So thank you.
I'm sorry I cut you off. What you were saying?
I said I was like, thank you for bringing such good energy to the show. I love it. I love having him here. So thank you. Have a good night.
It's been awesome. I guess for now, it is waffle day. So if you want to have a waffle for dinner, do that.
I've wanted to get one of those little single waffle makers, like the little ones they sell on Amazon. Any of the three? Well, no cash, just Venmo or Zelle.
Why, yes, thank you.
Who uses cash anymore? Whatever.
But now we need to get a little waffle maker.
Yeah, like just that little mini one, the little mini ones that make you like one waffle, like you can like just like one serving waffle. I wouldn't mind having one of those. Then you just flip it over and then flip it back.
Oh, they have one.
Yeah,
Leo.
yeah, because they're
What
like
did I do again?
so awesome.
Leo has been before we go, if anybody ever wants to be a co-host with us on Christian and Daniel, please let us know. We love having co-hosts.
Yeah,
Leo
you just
Garcia.
give us like a week's notice, and we'll get you on here.
Leo Garcia was a guest co-host with us, so
Oh, hi, Leo.
we loved having him on. I'm glad you're here. All right, we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.